What is good, YouTube? Don't forget to smash the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. So season 3 is finally here, and today I'm going to be revealing the new meta for season 3, revealing what guns you should be using in Warzone along with the attachments. So some weapons did get nerfed and some did get huge buffs. Let's get straight into the video, revealing the best guns to use at the start of season 3 along with attachments. So starting off, you do have the Cold War Krig, which in fact did get a huge buff this season. Before we get onto attachments, what I'm going to say in regards to this weapon is never use this gun up close. It's not really there for close combat. You're going to want to use it for something for quite long distances, so I'd say anything longer than 30 meters. You're also going to need as much bullet velocity on this weapon as possible to ensure that our bullets are traveling the fastest that they can and doing the most damage to our opponent. So for your muzzle, again, go with the agency suppressor. This is going to ensure that we remain hidden from the minimap when firing our weapon. Given the weapon sound suppression, we're also getting assistance with vertical recoil control of the weapon, assistance with bullet velocity, meaning our bullets are going to travel faster, and extended effective damage range of this gun. As explained previously, so for your barrel, go with the 19.7 Ranger. For the fact being, we're going to get extended bullet velocity on the weapon. Our aim walking movement speed is going to be impacted. However, there is the last option here, which will also increase the strafe speed. However, we're not going to pick this because it's going to affect the effective damage range of our Krig. Now for your sight, I suppose it really comes down to preference. However, what I would pick would be the Axle Arms ×3. In my personal opinion, this is just going to give you the best sight and best view when looking over Verdansk. It's going to be easier for you to spot your enemies and pin them either for yourself or for your teammates. Now for your underbarrel, you're going to want the Field Agent Grip. For the fact being, this one here is going to give us some assistance with recoil control of the weapon. So the gun does have recoil. I'm not going to say there's no recoil on this gun because there definitely is recoil. I would say it's definitely similar to the Amax. So if you are familiar with the Amax and how that actually runs, this gun here should be no problem for you whatsoever. Now for your ammunition, I would go with the standard 60 round mags. For the fact being, get as much ammo in the chamber as possible. Yes, it is going to affect your ADS speed and your reloading quickness. However, when you play with this gun, you're not really going to be up in someone's face, so this one shouldn't be an issue at all. You have to take into consideration as well, so you've got armor plates, etc. They could be teammates just round the corner, and there's nothing worse than getting caught out and not having enough ammo in the chamber. So the next gun up in season 3 for Loadout 2 in Warzone is going to be the Amax. So again, this gun was, I think it was introduced in season 4 or season 5 last year. It was in Modern Warfare anyway, but this gun absolutely slaps. So again, it does have very bad recoil. I wouldn't say very bad recoil, but it does have recoil on it. Once you do get used to the recoil pattern on the weapon, the gun is an absolute beauty. Just like the Krig, it does so much damage and will absolutely melt your opponent. So again, like most times, monolithic suppressor, giving us sound suppression and increasing our damage range and intro when we're not shown on the minimap when firing our weapon. For your barrel, go with the XRK Zodiac S440. This is going to increase our damage range of the weapon, give us extended bullet velocity, meaning our bullets on this gun are going to travel much faster, also giving us a bit of recoil control with the weapon. However, your ADS speed and your movement speed are decreased. For your optic, in my opinion, I would go with the VLK ×3 optic. It would just give you the best visuals of Verdansk. It's easier to see people, easier to pin people, and at a distance it's going to be easier for you to see your enemies to let off those shots. Commando foregrip, which is going to give us a recoil stabilization and assistance with aim and stability, however decrease the movement speed. And last but not least, what I would go with would be the 45 round mags, for the fact being that you're going to need as much ammo in the chamber as possible. Nothing worse than running out of ammo. Next up, we do have the Bullfrog from Cold War, and it is an absolute monster. So it does have a very fast time to kill, and the attachments you're going to want to use on this gun are as follows. So you're going to want the GRU suppressor, for the fact being that you're going to stay hidden from the minimap when firing your weapon. You'll get sound suppression, extended bullet velocity, meaning your bullets are going to travel much faster. More damage range, so you're going to be able to shoot more at a distance, and you'll also get assistance with vertical recoil control of the weapon. You're then going to want to use the 7.4 task force. So again, we're going to get extended damage range of our Bullfrog, extended bullet velocity, meaning they're going to travel even faster, and also strafe speed as well. So with this gun, you're going to be able to move very quickly with this gun. However, you are impacted with your recoil control of the weapon. For your stock, I would go with the KGB skeletal stock, which is going to increase the ADS firing movement speed aim walking movement speed, and our sprint to fire time. For the ammo, go with the 65 round mag. Now in my opinion, I think 65 round mags on this gun is enough. Obviously if you do go with the 85 round mags, it is going to decrease your ADS speed, which is something that you don't really want with an SMG. And for the rear grip, I would go with the serpent wrap, for the fact being it is going to give us faster ADS time, however will decrease our sprint to fire time. One thing what I will say to you is if you are struggling with the recoil of the weapon, or you do want a bit more accuracy, what you can do is remove the 65 round mag and either put an iron sight on it, which I would personally go with the Microflex LED, or alternatively for your underbarrel I would go with the Spetsnaz grip, which will give you assistance with recoil control both vertically and horizontal. So the 5 attachments you're going to want to use on your LC10 are as follows. For the muzzle, go with the agency suppressor. This will give our weapon sound suppression. We won't show up on the minimap when firing our weapon. You'll get vertical recoil control of the weapon, extended bullet velocity, which is always good for an SMG because it means we're going to get those hit markers much quicker because our bullets are traveling faster. We'll also get effective damage range, meaning that we'll be able to do more damage at a distance. 13.9 taskfuls for our barrel. This will give us even more effective damage range, extended bullet velocity, meaning they're going to travel even faster, our bullets, and also strafe speed, which is also very good and a good thing for Cold War weapons, as this means especially for our SMG we're going to be able to make much quicker movement. However, the recoil patterns are affected with this barrel. Raider stock, which is going to increase our ADS firing movement speed, our aim walking movement speed, and our sprint to fire time. For the underbarrel, what I would do now is go with the field agent grip. Now this is going to counteract the previous one and give us actual assistance with vertical and horizontal recoil control of the weapon. However, is going to decrease our firing movement speed and our ADS firing movement speed. And for the ammunition, I would go with the Stanag 55 round mags. It's just more ammo in the chamber. With Warzone, bear in mind you have armor, etc., teammates. Always best to have as much ammo in the chamber as possible. So last up, we're going to be taking a look at the AK47 for Season 3, which is the Cold War version. And boy, this gun is an absolute beast. So we're actually not using this gun as an AR, but in fact, we're actually running it as an SMG. So for the muzzle, go with the GRU suppressor, which will give us sound suppression. We won't show up on the minimap when firing our weapon. We get assistance with vertical recoil control of the weapon, extended bullet velocity, meaning our bullets are going to travel faster, so we're going to do more damage to our opponents, and also effective damage range, basically meaning that we're going to do more damage at a distance. So for the barrel, we are going to be using the 15.5, which is going to give us increased strafe speed. So what this basically means is going to be more mobility with the weapon, so it's actually going to feel like an SMG that we're actually playing with. It's going to be much more easier to move when you're moving around corners and you're in gunfights. The movement speed is absolutely insane. KGB skeletal stock, which is going to increase our ADS firing movement speed, our aim walking movement speed, as well as increasing our sprint to fire time. For the underbarrel, go with the Spetsnaz grip, for the fact being we're going to get some assistance with the recoil control of the weapon both horizontal and vertically. However, your firing movement speed and your ADS firing movement speed are impacted. For your ammunition, go with the last option, which is the VDV 60 round fast mag. Fact being, for this we're going to have more ammo in the chamber as well, as we're going to get the increased reloading time. However, the ADS time is impacted. And that's all for today's video, people. Let me know down below in the comment section how these classes and loadouts work for you in Warzone. I also want to know people's thoughts on Season 3. Are you happy with the map change? I mean, I'm a bit happy, but I expected a bit more, but I can't complain too much. I hope you're all well and keeping safe. Take care, stay safe, and until next time, peace.